Parents spurn standardized tests in small, growing trend vertical line Al Jazeera America. Global header background image URL/content/jam/jcr:/content/header/images top.adapt.960.high.1,378,719,866,550. JPG at media minimum width 768 px and max width 959 px. Global header background image URL/content/jam/header/imageable.adapt.960.high.1,378,719,866,550. JPG at media max width 767 px. Global header background image URL/content/jam/medium.1,378,719,866,550. JPG display mobile navigation display mobile search bar news video shows schedule more shows sections U.S. International economy, technology, science, environment, health, education, culture, sports. Trending. Syria's war, natural disasters, economy, religion, spirituality, ethics. Search form. Parents spurn standardized tests in small, growing trend. September 8, 2013, 8:00 p.m. at. Parents cite student stress and the way teachers are evaluated as some reasons for the decision topics. Education. U.S. Viewed comments. The opt-out movement, as it is known, is small but growing. Tim Boyle/Getty Images. The small but growing number of parents nationwide are trying to ensure their children do not participate in state standardized testing, citing the myriad of reasons including the stress they believe it brings on young students and a discomfort with the tests being used to gauge teacher performance. Some have referred to it as an act of civil disobedience that is beginning to gain momentum. For many students, there have been few to no consequences when their parents have opted them out of testing. Most parents are choosing to take their younger children out of testing, rather than doing so with older students for whom the exams are often a graduation requirement. Another worry that parents say has prompted them to opt their children out of standardized tests is that test prep is narrowing curricula down to the minimum needed to pass an exam. It is unclear whether things will change when the Common Core curriculum, a state-led effort to set up a uniform set of educational standards for math, English and language arts, are implemented in the 2014-15 academic year. The curriculum also applies to the standardized tests students take based on what they learn. The standards have been adopted by 45 states and the District of Columbia, according to the Common Core's website. Many teachers have also voiced opposition to standardized testing because they limit children's potential. I'm opposed to these tests because they narrow what education is supposed to be about and they lower kids' horizons, said Jesse Hergopian, a teacher at a Seattle high school. I think collaboration, imagination, critical thinking skills are all left off these tests and can't be assessed by circling in A, B, C or D. More, the Common Core divide. Seattle boycott. Students and teachers at the Seattle High School boycotted a standardized test earlier this year, leading the district superintendent to declare that city high schools have the choice to deem the test optional. Kristen Jordan, a spokeswoman for the Washington Office of Superintendent of Public Instruction, said the test Seattle deemed optional is not required by the state. But 95% of students in any given school must take standardized tests that are required by state law. In those cases, Jordan said, the tests are simply not optional. Jordan also said parents who pull their children out of testing wouldn't be able to identify if a student was having problems in a particular subject and the move would deny educators the chance to see if the curriculum is working. Tustin Moley, a spokeswoman for the Cherry Creek School District in Centennial, Colo, said 95% of students in the district take standardized tests. If a child stays home on testing day, she said, it's difficult to know if the parent is opting the child out or if the child is home for personal reasons, such as being sick. We encourage parents to have their kids take the test, but there are no consequences of any kind, she said. There's no formal process for opting out. They can keep their child home that day and write an excuse. Momentum for revolt. Morna McDermott, the Baltimore